just did our top movies that we're anticipating for 2016. We did our best and worst of 2015 as well. Now we're talking about some other movies. We're going to rip on some movies that we have absolutely no grounds to rip on right now, but movies that haven't come out yet that we're really not looking forward to in 2016.
Yeah, that's right. These movies just have no interest in us. I have no interest in seeing the movie itself. I don't care for what it's about or anything. So this is our list. It's not going to be a top 10 or anything.
No.
They're just random movies that we're naming. So
yeah, and look, I will gladly be wrong if every single movie that we list here ends up being awesome. I hope they'll be awesome. This is more just based off, media hype, fan expectations for it, just things like that. That movies were, we're just kind of dogging on movies here. We're being jerks, so whatever. So that's it. Just deal with it. So I know for one of us, a movie that we both share on here is, and yes, this is no particular order, is Ghostbusters. Now, look, there's some funny women in this movie, and that does give me some hope that this could be funny. Melissa McCarthy, I'm not a fan. Anyone who knows me knows that. And Kristen Wiig, not a huge fan, but again, she can be funny. And you get Leslie Jones, and I'm forgetting the other girl's name, but a couple SNL alums. This could be a funny movie.
Yep.
But Ghostbusters ended, decades ago.
Yeah.
Harold Ramis is no longer with us. Dan Aykroyd and Bill Murray apparently are going to have weird cameos, because it's not a sequel, but it's not in the same universe, and Chris Hemsworth's in it, which could be funny.
Yeah,
he's the secretary. Yeah,
that could be funny.
It's a gender swap. I think it's kind of lazy. I would have just preferred a movie about 4 women cracking jokes and kicking some butt that was better than Charlie's Angels. That didn't have to be Ghostbusters, because I would have loved to see Ghostbusters 3 with Ramis and Aykroyd and Murray before Ramis passed away, and we didn't get that. Now we're getting this, and yeah. So yeah, that's definitely one that was on both of us. Give me a couple that are on your list.
All right, this one actually, the trailer's been out for a while and it's coming out soon. Is The Fifth Wave with
Chloe Grace Moretz, Lee Schreiber.
Yeah, I love those two actors. Yeah. But this movie just looks so stupid. I don't get it. Like, the first wave did this, the second wave did this, now the fifth wave, I'm going to get trained because I'm some little girl and I'm going to get trained to fight, and now I can do whatever I want. But it's like
2012 2012 meets War of the Worlds, but not in a good way.
Like I said, I like the two actors. I just don't care for this. Like, the plot doesn't interest me at all.
This could have been, if this was made a comedy like Zombieland or something, this could have been awesome. And this still might be okay. It's just, I love Chloe Grace Moretz. I've loved her from Let the Right One In. I mean,
Kick-Ass.
That's
my personal favorite.
She's done a lot. Even in Carrie, that's a bad movie, but she was good in it. And Lee Schreiber's great. I mean, he's knocking it out of the park with Ray Donovan and all sorts of other stuff. This just looks like one of those jumbled CGI nightmares. I mean, it could be fine. The kid from Jurassic Park's in it as well.
The older brother.
Yeah, and it just. Yeah, I mean, again, I want strong female characters. I do want that. Anyone who knows me will believe that. I want them. Just, I mean, maybe it's not the point of the movie, but they're propositioning it as this 14, 18, whatever she is, year old girl is going to stop the aliens and save her brother in ways that the army can't.
Why this girl?
I mean, there's some guy jumping through the woods. I don't know. Maybe he can teach her how to jump through the woods. It just looks like a mess. Another one for me, actually, is Angry Birds. Now, all right. I don't play the Angry Birds game. I've never played the Angry Birds game. I don't play many cell phone games. You ever played Angry Birds?
Yeah, I played the first Angry Birds and then the Star Wars one.
You flick the thing.
That's all you do.
That's a movie?
Flick it, yep.
I mean, the Lego movie? It can work.
Yeah.
But Angry Birds?
Yeah, the trailer didn't even... nothing seemed fun about the trailer. I mean, I guess Angry Birds is a big popular game, and that's why they feel like it needs to be a movie, but... I don't care for it.
For all I know, it'll be funny, but there's nothing there that interested me. Another one for me, I'll continue my Melissa McCarthy hatred now. But I saw the trailer for this movie, The Boss. Did you see the trailer for it?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, it's a woman, basically, she's on the top of the world, like a high power, like executive. She's really successful, and then total failure, and then she's not. She has to rebuild herself, but it's
typical.
There was a scene of her, there were like kids, and there was like a water balloon fight or something like that, and she like knocks a kid out, and it's just because she's lewd and crass, and it's just looks like a disaster. What are some others for you?
Well, one, actually, the trailer just came out, is Warcraft. Now, I know a lot of people are huge fans of Warcraft and they played it, but for me, I don't care for it. I mean, the CGI isn't the greatest. No. The baby. Yeah. The orc baby. Yeah. Oh, that was worse than Twilight Baby. That's saying something. I mean, the CGI is just, oh, God, the close-ups look pretty cool of the orcs, but just the big battle scenes, it reminds me of The Hobbit, the Battle of the Five
Okay.
Armies, way too much CGI. It doesn't need to be done,
Yeah.
but I mean, it could be one of the greatest movies,
Yeah.
and it's a video game, so it could be like along with Assassin's Creed, one of the best video game movies. So there could be hope, but just for me, the CGI didn't look appetizing to me.
And I will second that. This movie for me was really hard to place as either is this anticipated or I'm not, and I put it on the not list, but because there is something to work. I played Warcraft 1, 2, and 3. I never got into World of Warcraft, the MMO game, but I played the originals on my PC. And I had a lot of fun with them. It was, they were very linear games, but you could have some fun with them. And yeah, I had a good time. Played way too many hours on those. The premise is interesting. It's a very classic premise. Here's two sides. They have to work together to solve this common goal. Will they, won't they? Who knows? But so there's something to work with here. So I still have some hope. But yeah, the CGI, the trailer just felt way too generic. The CGI, of course, it's going to be noticeable, but it looked way too noticeable. The orc baby, oh gosh, it's Duncan Jones, who directed Moon and Source Code, David Bowie's son. He's done some great work before. I want to have hope. There's some good cast in there, including Ben Foster. I want this to be good. Kind of like Fifth Wave. This just looks like another one of those CGI nightmare kind of movies where I hope it is, but
another one is Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. I don't even know what to say. I mean, just the trailer alone sucks. I'm just going to say it. I love zombies. I'm a huge Walking Dead fan. I play a lot of zombie games. But it's just, this movie, the trailer just looked horrible. Like, it just looks stupid.
If you didn't learn from Abraham Lincoln, Vampire Hunter, and Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse, just because you throw monsters in a movie does not mean it's instantly going to be fun and goofy. Zombieland worked. That's the exception. Yeah. That's not the rule.
Yeah.
It
just looks bad.
Yeah, there's not much else to say about it. It just looks bad. These are two horror sequels. I'm just going to knock them out quick. I didn't see one of them. The other one, I did see the first one. The Strangers 2, they're doing a sequel to The Strangers, and they're doing a Ouija 2. Now, in addressing The Strangers first, that is actually based loosely on a true story. That's based on the Charles Manson murders and Roman Polanski's wife. So that had some realism to it. That actually, in a way, was kind of a scary horror movie. It's more tension. Wasn't extreme violence, but that was still interesting. Why do we need a sequel? Why do okay horror movies need sequels? They don't. This is just going to end up being just some slaughterhouse just to try and at least dial up the tension. There'll be more people instead of just 2. I'm sure it'll be like 4 couples, and instead of just 4 killers, there'll be like 12. Yeah. And instead of knives, they'll have machetes. I just have no interest. The first one was interesting because it was based on a real premise.
Yeah.
So that's some interest to me. Ouija, I didn't see Ouija, whatever. That looked terrible. You saw it, didn't you?
No, I didn't see
the first. Oh, good.
No, I didn't want to see it. It looked stupid too.
Yeah, okay. And now they're doing a second one. So apparently the kids didn't learn to stay away from the board. This is going to be the new Final Destination. We'll just hear them re-explaining it every single time. Just no interest in that. What else you got?
Well, another one is a movie that is a sequel to many of them is Underworld 5. Now, I enjoyed the first one. It was a good setup, but then the other ones just lost me. Like, okay, Kate Beckinsale, you are a good actress.
You look great in leather.
Yeah, so go do something else. Why do you have to keep coming back to these? These movies are going downhill. Like,
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I have no interest in seeing it. You lost me, I think, after the third one, but the second one was, but I still find the first one the best one.
It's entertaining. Like I said, it's an interesting premise. It's not a great movie, but it's fun. There was something to work with there, and it's just, it reminds me of like the Resident Evils in a way. Some people enjoy them and some don't. It's just, okay, there's a premise. Now let's beat it into the ground. And then let's get a shovel and bury it. Now let's get a bulldozer. And it's just, it was fine to start with. It's gone a little too far now. Okay, this one's got me really worried. Ben-Hur. Now, Ben-Hur, it's a cinematic classic. It's one of the best movies of all time. So, of course, this is Hollywood. They're remaking it. I just have no faith in this. I don't know why. This movie's been pushed back. We still haven't seen any trailer or marketing behind it. There were production delays. There are some movies, you can do any movie if you want to. I personally believe some movies are classics and should remain untouched. This, to me, is one of those, along with Lawrence of Arabia, Casablanca, Gone with the Wind. There's some movies, to me, you just don't need to go back and touch. And they're doing it. And I'm just worried. Ben-Hur to me is it's in my top 10 of all time. It's a great movie. I don't understand why. All the issues they're having with it. This screams of a movie I'm not going to want to see in theaters because I don't want it to taint my view of the original. But that's just something that's bothering me. I know another movie we share, Alice Through the Looking Glass. We talked about it briefly before. The first Alice in Wonderland, not the Disney cartoon. The Disney cartoon is weird enough. I enjoy it for what it is. It's not even close to being one of my favorite Disney cartoons or animated movies. And the Tim Burton one was, to me, just a
Weird.
nightmare. It was just a disaster. It took me 3 times to actually finish the movie. I was so disinterested in it. Johnny Depp's being Johnny Depp, Tim Burton's Tim Burton-y, and now this is apparently Alice goes back in time because Johnny Depp's in the Mad Hatter's in jail, and
I don't know.
I could care less. I hope he's in jail for a long time. You got some more, Ryan?
I got one more for you. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. Now, I'm a huge fan of the cartoon growing up.
And the video game, the arcade game?
Yeah,
arcade game.
I never got to read the comics, but the cartoon is what we watched growing up as kids, and they were enjoyable. And then, we can't forget those 90s movies.
Yeah, those were...
But the most recent Ninja Turtles movie, it was too comical for me. I just didn't like it, but it was fun. I know it wasn't my audience, it was for kids, but...
Well, I mean, it's a bit of our audience, too. I mean, because kids nowadays don't know it. That was supposed to be for our age group and kids, and it's...
True, but I didn't... Yeah. It was enjoyable, but I didn't hate it, but I didn't like it. I just didn't care for it.
No.
And the trailer comes out, and...
Doubling down, you got some wrestlers. Is that playing there? A wrestler playing as a villain.
Yeah, you got a wrestler playing the new Bebop and
Rocksteady. And
there you go.
A rhino and a pig.
Yeah, and the CGI just maybe it's the early versions, and maybe the CGI will be better in the next trailer. Yeah. But just the trailer alone, I don't care for it. It's just too goofy. Stephen Amell plays Casey Jones.
Casey Jones. Yeah. There's some hope there.
There's hope, some hope. You know. But I mean, overall, I just.
Yeah. No, I'm right with you. I mean, there's not much hope. There's really isn't. Some doesn't mean a lot. Again, this is going back to remake. Now, this is not a cinematic classic, but this is remaking a movie that I loved in my childhood. It doesn't necessarily hold up now, but Jumanji. Rewatching this is not a good movie. But as a kid, I thought this was an awesome movie, and I could still at least harken back to my nostalgia with that. This movie isn't that old. I mean, okay, it's 20 years old, but there's just so much to do with it. If you said this was a bad sequel that went straight to VOD, okay, fine. But they're planning a full release on this. However you feel about redoing movies, I mean, Robin Williams hasn't been gone that long. It's only been, year plus. It's just, I don't see why. If you were going to do this movie, again, this would have been a sequel back 15 years ago, and it probably would have gone straight to VOD, but you're actually trying to reboot this. The premise was fine, but it's a one-movie premise. What are you going to do? Like, they open the box again, and then we're getting into the same crap of like a Ouija or a Final Destination. People keep opening the box, and more things happen. It just, I don't. I remember having the Jumanji board game. That was cool.
Yeah. I have it right up there.
Oh, yeah, so I mean, it is up there. Guys, like I said, we do hope these movies are all good. These are just some things that we're not necessarily looking forward to. I hope these movies are all awesome. I hope we can do a review of it at some point and say, dude, we were totally wrong about Ghostbusters, and Ouija 2 is the best horror movie in decades. But, hey, just giving our 2 cents on it. So hopefully many more good and or bad movies in 2016. Got anything else?
No, that's it.
All right. Thanks for watching. Comment, questions, anything you're looking forward to, tell us that Ghostbusters is going to be awesome or anything else, and now we're wrong, and I hope we agree with you in a few months. Thanks, guys.